What's up, my niggas? Welcome back to another episode of Pro MG Money, or welcome back to the Pro MG Money channel. This is another episode of the Lobola challenge. First things first, guys, there's no girl, but I'm telling you, this money is paying for cows. I am 100% going to be able to Lobola someone with the way that the account's going right now. Things are looking really good. Things are really up. All because of this one stock. I guess you know what it is. It's Tesla. Tesla has been the stock in this account and in my portfolio. It's really done well. It's going to continue to do well, especially after the stock split. But let's not get into that, because that's not what we're about today. Today we're actually going to talk about a slightly different topic. But before, let's quickly go over the account and see how things are going. So cool. First of all, we've got the Zara account, which is sitting at 3,708 rand 15 cents. Profit of about 222.10 cents plus 61%. And you'll also see here, there's actually some funds to invest. So I actually deposited this month's 500 rand already, but I wanted to show you guys what I'm going to do with it next, and we'll probably go over it later in this video. But our next position, and then just to see our holdings, cool. So our holdings, Capitec, it's okay, it's up by 10 rand, not doing much. It's not really doing bits. Like I said last time, I'm considering liquidating this position together with the first rand position, and seeing what else we can build on. Sasol still okay, plus 82%. So I'm happy with Sasol. We'll continue with Sasol. Let's move it over to the USDs. Okay, and then on the USDs, our balance is sitting at $454.07. The profit on that is almost about $300, which is plus 227%. So you see, if the whole Lobola account was just based on this side, we'd be well above our target or what we're trying to make, and it would just be a matter of maintaining this for the remaining time, which is still over a year. Let me tell you. So a lot can still go wrong, a lot can still change. So, and then a mistake I made, so I did one deposit as I normally do, but then I forgot that I set off a scheduled payment that it automatically does the deposit for me. So this month I've actually deposited twice. So that means for the month of September we've done our deposit, and then October as well we've technically done our deposit. And with that, it means I'll only then deposit again in November, because I would have done the 2 months I was supposed to do by mistake. Sorry, I could have undone it, but I was just too lazy, and I'm still too lazy. So yeah, let's look at this. Then yeah, JP Morgan is up by $1. Microsoft, same thing, up by $1. But Tesla, my Tesla, is up by $295, with the total profit on this position of over 351%. That is an amazing gain. Let me tell you, the stock split went really well for us. We're actually a lot closer now to being at a full share of Tesla, and maybe that's something we'll work on in the next few months, is try to get a full single share of Tesla. At least that way we'll have one complete entire share. And then another thing, so I'd actually shot this, or wanted to shoot this earlier in the week, and earlier in the week we're actually doing quite well. We're doing a lot better than what we're doing now, but times changed, eh? So between the beginning of the week and now, I think Monday, just after the stock split, Tesla was riding in the $500 and something range. So it lost almost about 20 something dollars between then and now, which is perfectly fine. I've always been saying Tesla has been trading a bit rich. I do expect a pullback, but even where Tesla's at now, I still see Tesla going back up to $1,000. But again, this is over time. This is not going to be between now and the end of the year. Probably not even in the 2 years that we've set out. We probably won't see it at 1,000. I'll be glad if we do, but yeah, I think things are still too premature, and maybe one of these days we'll have a full video where we go over everything to do with Tesla, where we'll fully understand how it works. But yeah, for now, let's actually look at the account quickly before we get into today's topic. So the account, the actual value without the deposit we've made is 3,240. Meaning our profit is 1,253 Rand, which is about a 63% gain. We've actually gone down a bit from last week. We've actually lost almost about 5% on the account, which is almost about 100 Rand, which is okay. Slow week, not much happened, and yeah. Like I said, those Capitec and First Rand positions are really not doing anything for us or for the account. Over to our USD account. Balance is sitting at 429, so almost $430. The profit on that is almost about 300. So essentially what you need to look at it is that we've only put in $130 into this, and we've pretty much more than doubled our money. That's how we get to this 227%. Great. Yeah, we're up by about 44% this week, which is a lot, thanks to the stock split. And yeah, it's gained us a profit of $58, which is great. I'm really happy about that. Total position, before the deposits, we would have put in 4,500, meaning our total would be 10,394, which is great. Finally crossed that 10,000 threshold. So excited about that, meaning the profit is 5,894. Which is about 130%. So that is the core number that we need to look at. That we've made back a full 100 and we've made back the 30%. So we're literally 70% away from just getting to the full 200 that we need and then maintaining that over time. That's, I think, going to be the trickier thing, is actually maintaining this over time, because with time we'll be adding more and more money, and it's harder to manage the position. The fact that we've been going up almost every week shouldn't be the way that you enter into these kind of things, because truth be told, it's not going to happen the way that it's happened to me. Tesla is a once in a lifetime opportunity. I've heard people compare it to Bitcoin, which is great. It's really not the same as Bitcoin. And if you actually look at Bitcoin now, it's making maybe not a comeback, but Bitcoin is a lot stronger than where it was post that 20,000 spike and drop. So Bitcoin as well is not out of the game yet, but Bitcoin is not an investment. This is an investment. It's backed by something. There's a reason why people are all going this hard into Tesla. But yeah, then movement from last week, it's up by about 16%, meaning that we've made an extra about $735 on the account. Then just to show you, with even the deposit, when we come up to 5,500, those 2,000 rands that we've put, even at that price, we're still pretty much just at above 100% in terms of what we've gained. So I'm really happy about this. Yeah, I think we've done well so far. We're well on track to getting to where we want to go to, and yeah, that's that for the account this week. So it's a shame that this is coming out after Women's Month, because today I want to speak to you guys about Imbokodo, Cathie Wood. This lady is years ahead of any of us. Just Google who's Cathie Wood and it'll say that she's the main investment advisor of Ark Investment Management LLC. She's essentially just a fund manager from America, but I think her funds are one of the only ETFs you'll ever see me invested in. And the way that she does it is actually more of a managed fund than an ETF. They actually do make changes and change the allocation for different companies. But the fund that we're looking at, and probably the next investment we're going to make, is into the Ark Disruptive Innovation ETF. The reason why I'm going for this one is that it has several companies. I think it says it's about 35 to 55, and yeah, it's really done well over time. I want to see if I can maybe get a chart of it. Okay, we might not be able to get a chart of it, but if we just go over it here, on ETF.com. Not plugging these dudes, don't know them from a bar of soap. If we look at the price chart over the last 5 years, if you call it 2015, you know, it was trading at about, how much is this? $19, you know. So over the last 5 years, it's grown exponentially to about $95. And the percentage over 5 years, I should have probably worked this out before, but it's really good. The year-to-date return already is almost 90% just in the beginning of the year, which I think is great. It says they have 50 holdings, and yeah, speaking about the spread and all of that. So yeah, actually over 5 years, it's grown by about 38%, which I think is great. Not a lot of things are going to grow at that rate. Like I've said before, the S&P 500, I think if you look at the effective interest rate that it's grown over the last 10 years, is about 9%. So this is really good that it's grown at that. Top countries doesn't really matter to us. Top 10 sectors, and you need to look at the name of the ETF. It's the disruptive innovation. So it goes for disruptive companies that are, you know, innovating in ways that other people are not doing. So you'll see most of it is in tech, healthcare, consumer, whatever that word is, financials, industrials, telco services. So to just know what that means, let's look at their top 10 holdings. Top 10 holdings, number 1 is Tesla. We've spoken a lot about Tesla on this channel. We all know who and what Tesla is. I need not say anymore. Then there's Invitae Corp. I think that's how you say it, Invitae Corp. And Invitae Corp, they are a biotech company, I think, that works on gene technology, I think. Yeah, so essentially, you know, taking people's genetics and seeing if you can change certain aspects of it or their food and all of that. Just basically working around the human genes and seeing how we can improve them. That's what this company does. They have 7% in that. Then there's Square, or not 7%, it makes up 7% of the ETF. Then there's Square Incorporated. I think Square Incorporated processes card payments or online payments. I know that they're doing quite well in America, and yeah, it's just like your card transaction things for online transactions. Then we have CRISPR Therapeutics. Again, this is now gene editing. So similar to the first company that we spoke about after Tesla, just gene editing, changing people's genes, and yeah, those kind of things. It's hard for me to explain because I can't say it out loud, or I can't articulate what these companies do, but to me, I know and understand what it is that they're doing. Next is Roku. Roku is a company that makes set-top boxes, which we don't really deal with here in South Africa, but it's essentially your interface where you're able to get like Netflix. Well, I guess in South Africa it's Netflix, Showmax, and that's pretty much it. But in other countries, you know, there's a lot of on-demand streaming services that you can get, like your Amazon TV. There's Disney Plus, there's Apple Plus. So there's all of these other things. Roku is essentially just a device where you can get all of these things in that one device. I think DSTV now actually even has their own version of it. Where they're pretty much going to have DSTV online, and I think you can add Netflix to it and Showmax, but I mean, who wants to watch Showmax? Anyway, next is Proto Labs, and what Proto Labs does is that they are a 3D printing company. They specialize in 3D printing. Again, innovative, disruptive. Not many people are doing 3D printing. Not many people understand 3D printing, but they're doing quite well. Next is 2U, which is an online university. Funny enough, not online university, but they help universities put their degrees online. And funny enough, they've actually even got offices in Cape Town. So this is not even as far-fetched a company as some of these other ones, because some of these other companies, you and I here in South Africa will never interface with them. But 2U is actually in South Africa. They have offices here. So I'm sure it means that they're working with your UCTs and that. So that's them. Next company is Illumina, and Illumina is a biotechnology company. Again, similar to the other two, where they work with altering genes and all of that. Illumina, I don't think, is doing the exact same thing. Let me actually see, what does Illumina do. Okay, it's hard to say what Illumina does, but biotech company, just know it's not your usual usuals. Yeah, that's Illumina. Next is Slack. Slack is a communication tool. I think that's what it says on the Wikipedia. Essentially, Slack is like if you have a group of people and you guys want to collaborate and you want to speak to each other, you essentially go on Slack and you're able to contribute in a team. So it essentially helps people with teamwork, which works quite well right now with everyone working from home or remotely. Things like Slack are quite popular amongst companies that are using them. And then the last thing is Zillow. Zillow is just the online home buying site, so like your Property 24 or your private property just in America. That's what Zillow does, and yeah, Zillow is doing quite well as well. So this whole this is just 10 of the top 10 companies that this ETF is in. There are a lot more, and I'm actually going to go over it with you today. We're actually going to put this $24 that we have into ARK, because you can get ARK on this horrible thing that I use for my investments. So let's see if it will allow me to do $24 once off. I just need to get the number right. 32. That's some bad maths. I got it right. Okay. Buy it open. And there we have it. We are now going to have a portion of ARK Investments when the market opens. And yeah, we'll continue to monitor this. And like I said, I'm really considering liquidating some of these other positions that we have. This JP Morgan and Microsoft. I think long term I would like to keep these two, and that's what might actually put me off of actually selling out of them. So what I'll rather than do is go back to the ZAR one and maybe get rid of Capitec for now. Yeah, I think I'm going to liquidate our Capitec position for now, and then just split it amongst Tesla and the ARK ETF. What I will say is something I've preached before: diversification. I am quite heavily into Tesla. 10% of the ETF is also into Tesla, which again is not what I'd recommend anyone does. So keep that in mind, that I'm not practicing what I preach. And yeah, that's basically that for this week. Okay, so we're in beginning of September, and yeah, things haven't really taken off as they should. So I think the 5,000 Rand for 2 subscribers is not going to kick off. It would be, I'd be really excited if it did between then and now, but I don't see it happening. So it's still on. If by some miraculous miracle we're able to get to 5,000 Rand or 5,000 subscribers, sorry, by the end of September. But realistically speaking, I don't think it's possible. What is still possible is the 50,000 by the end of the year. But people literally just need to start subbing now. Like every day we need to be getting gang subs, and I'm going to keep doing my part, try producing content that I think is educational, that shows people that this thing is possible, that shows people how they can make more money using just a simple platform like the one I'm using. I'll never mention their name because, like I've said, they don't pay me, but it's pretty easy to see. Even in this video, I haven't hidden the URL, so you'll be able to see the platform that I use for this part of my portfolio. But yeah, I think people just need to subscribe. Number one, once you're done subscribing, you need to get involved in this thing, because that's ultimately what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to help you start your investment journey, start investing in any company that you like or love, and just get to it. There is serious money to be made. I mean, imagine if I had done what I've done now with R1,000,000. It would be 2,000,000 rand already in a short space of time. You pretty much need to look at it that way, that we've grown this money bit by bit. And actually, had I had the entire lump sum at the beginning and put it all on Tesla, imagine where we would be now. I think we would have made it, we'd be at about 3 million, getting closer to about 4 million just on Tesla alone. And that's the point I'm trying to make, is that the sooner you start, the better. Also, though, go into this with your mind correct, because what's happened to me might not happen to you. You might do better than I've done. You might do worse than I've done. You might even lose some money. There's always risk involved with these things. But the important thing is that you start, because you'll learn from the losses and from the wins. Yeah. So that's all I have to say today. I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Enjoy spring. It's finally not going to be cold anymore. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.